Good morning everybody and welcome to Ochmithi. No, I'm only joking. I'm actually still in Tenerife and it's early morning today. I'm actually going to be doing a walk early today just to try and do things in reverse for a change. Going to go for a walk this morning and then get back this afternoon and lie by the pool, get some rays, read a book, swim and all those kind of holiday things that you do. I'm not meeting anybody today, I'm on my own today. It's just my first free day I've actually had on my own, so just make the most of it. And I didn't go out last night. I was going to show you the lights last night, but by the time I got back I was too tired, so I'll do that tonight. I'll show you the nightlife of Tenerife. So anyway, let's go to Los Cristianos. Right, so behind me there, that's the Park Santiago 4, which is where I'm staying. Highly recommended, folks. As you can see, the pool's quite quiet at the moment. Yeah, lovely apartments to stay in. Very central. One side you've got the town, other side you've got the promenade, so highly recommended. Right, on that chart there it said it's going to be 5% chance of rain today. Doubt it. Now, I said one of my comments yesterday, all I seemed to do yesterday was moan about the weather, as in it was too hot. So I'm going to say this once, it's flipping hot. And that's it, folks. I'm not going to complain or say anything about the weather. It's fantastic. Look at the sun. So there's the beach I've just come off, Las Vistas. That's where I've walked so far. There's the volcano I normally walk up. Now I might go up that tonight, maybe. Oh, famous last words. And then that's Cristianos over there. Now I like coming down this bit because you get a nice breeze here. Coming down here, every time I come to Tenerife, I come here. So there's a lovely wind. You can just sit and watch the boats. So there's actually some brilliant trips you can do up the mountains, up to Mount Tidy. A place called Masca Gorge, which I've never been to in all the years I've been coming to Tenerife. I reckon I've been here 20 times now and I've still never been up Tidy once. But the Masca Gorge and all these kind of places where they filmed Planet of the Apes and Star Wars. And it's meant to be awesome up there, but see, when you're on holiday, you just can't be bothered. It's terrible. It really is bad. So maybe this year, maybe, well, back in July, I've actually got a minivan this year. I've actually got a bus. We've got a 12-seater minivan this year, so we'll be doing our own day trips. So maybe we'll go up the mountains that day, or one day, hopefully. It says the Estación Marítima, which is the place where all the ferries leave to go to La Gomera. It's actually shaped like a ferry. And you get a nice cup of coffee in there. There's a wee cafe at the end. Right, we're at the end of the harbour. And there's, it's busy today, a lot of people walking up and down here. Just found a nice little cool place just to sit for half an hour and watch the world go by. So, a couple of people have been asking me, why am I always in Tenerife? Well, it's because it's one of the perks of my job, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, I have to do tad little bit of work when you get here, like go and visit an odd hotel or whatever, but apart from that, it's just perks of the job, folks. You can come to places like this and just experience a nice little week away in May. The other question people have been asking me about is, what do I film on? And sometimes my thumb appears in the picture, which I know is annoying. Now I just use my iPhone, but I've got one of these cases that's got the lenses. Now let's see if I can do this without. Right, so that's normal. That one there I think's zoom. That one there's wide angle. And then this one is kind of fisheye mode. So you get a choice of different angles, which is quite good. I do have a camera that I use sometimes as well, but hardly at all. What was the other question somebody asked? Can't remember. If I remember, I'll put it on later. So anyway, that's me at the end of the harbour. As I said, I'm going to head back now. Just sat there for about half an hour, just people watching. So let's get on with the next stage. I'm now walking through Los Cristianos. It's nice here, just wander the cobbled streets, very Spanishy. Just came to Burger King just to show you the view, about to buy something. This is the best Burger King in Tenerife. Looks all open windows. Look at the views you get. Look at this. So that's the best Burger King in Spain. Now, a couple of years ago, up here, this gap up here, this was an apartment block which actually collapsed. It killed what, 5 or 6 people, I think. Just all of a sudden just collapsed, so it's quite sad. Aloy Garcia. Right, so trying to make my way back down onto the coast again. Just going a wee bit off track here. Folks, I've sneaked into the hotel. The Princess to Seal, trying to get onto the roof of the 15th floor. I'm going to try, but I don't know if you can do it. So there's the view, folks. On the 15th floor. From the top. You just can't get out onto the roof. So it's just the window, but worth coming on for just for the view. Down we go. There's Mount Tidy, look. There it is. There's the Lagamera ferry just pulled in. That's where I was a few minutes ago. Well, an hour ago. Right, so my next port of call is way over there. There's a little rocky outlet and a nice little kind of beach club bar beside it. I might get another juice. There's the big catamaran coming in now as well. 2 for the price of 1. Now folks, this is the kind of thing I want. A little beach bar, a shack, a shed like this. For much, just a wee one like that. Anybody want to sponsor me and Jag maybe come over here, run a Spiz bar, Spiz beach bar. Right, getting towards my destination end now, but then I've got to go all the way back. Right, we've made it to the end here, folks. Edge of Cristianos. Now there's the wee beach bar over there, so honestly, no, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Let's keep going. But a bit disappointing in there, folks. Sat down to get a nice cold drink and didn't get served. The guy was too busy serving a kind of wedding party or something, so I just got up and walked out. Never mind. Sat there for like 20 minutes actually in the shade and nobody served me, so never mind. Now these apartments here, I think, were the very first ones, or one of the first to get built here. I'll put a picture up of about 50 years ago what this place looked like. There's virtually nothing here. These were all salt pans. And just over the space of 50 odd years, it's just developed into this. Right, that's where I was in the hotel, folks. Out there, right at the top of that column.
don't mind one or two of you sitting in the sun. You've got a half and half there in the corner. Have a little look around, mate.
Right, it's weird, folks, because back home I don't really drink much beer at all. Only when I'm out, like maybe at the darts or the football or something, 2 or 3 times a year. But see, on a holiday, I just love a pint. It's just so refreshing. Dorado beer, so it's not quite as strong, so maybe that's why.